Ladies and gentlemen, the station of S.STREET Media in Brooklyn or Queens, depending on where you are listening to. Welcome to the one and only. It's a radio show, an alternative means of psychedelic masturbation. Hello, everybody. How you doing out here? Once again, we are here, S.STREET Media in Brooklyn, Queens, or wherever you are. And if you can see us on the camera up there, this people up here, this is where we're at right here and stuff like that. And we are all in agreement, because if we were not, we would tear this building up, just like they're doing down there in D.C. Hope y'all are all inside, and all the black people out there, I hope y'all are at a distance looking from your window. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope everyone is having a good night and fine, cold night here in Brooklyn, New York, of course. Y'all know me. I'm the host, creator, Will. I was gonna say host and creator, Will BK. No, host and creator of the Triple Radio Show. Yeah, that was my mom gets some credit for that, and the guy that was part milkman and part mailman, whoever it was. But you know, between those three people, I'm here today. All right. So let's go around the room, because everybody doesn't know where everybody is. And from time to time, you might see me talk about my teeth. They're still new, and I take them out, put them back in, because it's just annoying the fuck out of me. So that's why I gotta get this insurance, so that I can get the real things that go all the way around my mouth, and then I can take the whole thing out.
The whole mouth out.
Yeah, so yes, we go.
Big grosser.
Yeah. All right, so anyway, let's go around the room so everybody can know who we are before we go into our trippy news. Of course, right next to me, we have our resident Rasta lady right here. She's a gypsy, and she's our resident cuddlist. So for everybody doesn't know exactly what that is, you know, she embraces you and gets to, you know, comfort you and consult with you. You tell her in the buildings, feelings, and stuff like that. And she's one with the earth and chakras and all that other good stuff. So she's pretty much the soul of the Triple Radio Show, and she slows it down for us. But we just call her Genergy. Everybody give it to Genergy.
Thanks, everybody. Happy New Year.
Hey, Genergy.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now we have a couple of, one of our special co-hosts for the evening. Old friend of mine. We've known each other for such a long time. You know, another Lady Dread up in the house. You know, she's into she used to be up the cannabis arts, and she feels like she's not anymore, but it's cool. And she's gonna be giving us some vaginal perspective and that, you know, some things that she's working on, a project. We're gonna listen to it later on. Give it to Lady Earth. Earth, or El Mahogany, aka
El Mahogany. That's it.
You know, or I'll let you wait till you tell her. Wait till she tells you her Instagram name. That'll be something interesting and special to share with. Well, and then we have our guest. We have our guest for tonight. We have this very buxom person with us tonight. She's a plus-size model.
Yes, I am.
And she's a TV host.
Yes, I am.
On the BRIC network.
Yes,
BRIC, which is formerly Brooklyn Community Access Television. Mm-hmm. And she is also now a rapper.
Yes.
And but she's going to be doing that number for us a little bit later on.
Making love,
you know. So she's got another one with multiple names. But we're just going to call her Red Scarlet.
Yes.
Hello, Scarlet. Ow. Nice. That's right. For all three of you. Nice. Okay. And of course, we cannot get the show going without mentioning this crazy cat over here with the unicorn uniform over here. And he's just the king of,
baby.
You know, the king of mayhem and multicolored. He's the alternative means of psychedelic masturbation up in here. Aside from myself, everybody, Hardy Brooklyn. I'm just saying, man. So now that you get to know everybody, I hope everyone is having a good day. How's everyone feeling today?
Pretty good.
Oh, shit. Everybody, make sure you're talking to the mic so that everything's coming through, you know, live and direct and stuff like that. So before we even get into some of our trippy news for tonight, are you paying attention to what the fuck is going on down in D.C.?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Boys are having some.
And I'm glad it's not
I don't know
us.
What the fuck they're having?
You know what I'm saying?
So glad it's not us.
Sure, look at that. I'd have forced to
Kind
have
of
it.
ironic that it's a Karen, isn't it?
So,
Of course it will be.
so they like you have to, Earth, you have to talk into the mic so we can hear you. So you talking back here doesn't really give us it. But when you talk here, then we know what you're saying. So in case you're not up to speed, what's going on? They were actually certifying the boats. Congress was certifying the boats. So then the transition, Biden can go through when it happens on the 21st of January. So what happens is the misinformed white folks out there decide, and this is Trump's his plan all along. He
was telling people to walk him.
Well, okay.
Right, intentionally.
That intentionally, which I believe. And so what they did was they somehow decided that they're just going to run up on the Capitol building, break the glass, get into the Capitol.
Steal shit from people's offices.
Yeah, steal shit from
rummaging
people's
through desks and
offices,
stuff,
rummaging
they
through
were-
desks and stuff like that. And this one particular white chick, I guess they told her to stop. She kept on going. She got her MAGA shit on. She gets shot in the chest, and then she's still laying there, blood and stuff. And next thing you know, she's dead. So she's dead. And from at the time, I know like 13 people got arrested. One person's motherfucking dead.
Yeah, but they know where all those people live. Facial recognition,
That's
baby.
not us.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Right.
glad. So glad.
And your man Trump, the only thing Trump pretty much was saying.
Was, we love you. We love you.
His thing was, even though they did try to steal the election from us and all of that, so he lays that out. And then, we want you to go in peace. I love you, and da-da-da-da-da. And then he says, later on, he says, see, this is what happens when you take, the election away from patriots and shit like that. So, I mean, any particular thoughts on that or anything else more to come?
I just want to say, I'm just glad it's not us.
That's it. So glad.
So glad.
I'm glad it
definitely
is
glad.
his
Glad that there was-
people that he called there to do these things.
Exactly.
And he didn't expect it to go out of hand.
Oh, yes, he did.
I think- yeah, I think
He
he did
wanted
too.
it to.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm so glad it's not us. That's all I can say.
Anyone else?
That's a smart
I think
comment.
if it was anybody but white supremacists, it would be very different.
Of course.
It wouldn't have even gone down. I don't even think it
No, I
would have
think
even
would've
gotten
gone
to
down.
that
They would've
point.
just started shooting the people coming.
Exactly.
Yeah, look at the amount of people that were arrested during Black Lives Matter protests as opposed to the people that were arrested at going through into the Pentagon. Like what they are I'm sorry.
But they did say, they did say that we know where all these people live. So hopefully they'll actually follow through and arrest them all. Remember, facial
They not.
recognition. If you have
Right.
a driver's license.
Yeah.
And what they really should do is they should close the airport and the bus and train station, because then these people are not working the next day. If you can't leave the city, they'll lose their fucking jobs. Have real consequence for these people.
And what's funny is that some statistics that said at the time that I found out how many people were arrested was 13, but during the protest of George Floyd, nationwide there were 14,000 arrests due at these protests, but none of them were at this level of resistance. So just so 13 people arrested, one person's dead, and I bet you they'll be out in a few hours.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think I agree with you, although I think they expected something like this to happen. I think
For sure.
I-
They were
to be
calling for
honest
these
with you-
protests.
Yeah. And I think they kind of need stuff like this to happen to kind of, make it seem like, look what's going on and all this. But I think at the same time, even though it's crazy, they do plan for these things to happen.
Yeah, but they
really
wanted
do.
it to
They
be
really do.
us. They
They do.
wanted
They-
it to be us, and when it didn't be us, now it's like, oh no, go home, respect the police. But if it was us,
Right.
it would be a different story. Like you
course.
said, it would be shootings going on. It
Yep.
would be all types of things going on. People going to jail. They wouldn't care if it was us. But being as his people is, be nice. Respect the police. Now is respect the police. Really.
And they're not even respecting the police.
No, absolutely not. I'm kind of glad they doing it. I'm glad they doing it because I want him to see that it is not just us. We are not just out here acting a fool for no reason.
But they're doing it for him, so he doesn't see it that way.
Of course not.
Right.
Of course not.
Here's a fun fact. The last time people stormed the Capitol was in 1812, and that was done by the British. So that's over 200 years ago that people actually were able to storm the Capitol. 1812. And another fun fact, the Confederate flag, because one of the people that got into the White House, or the Capitol, that is, was waving the Confederate flag. It's the first time in the history of the government of the United States a Confederate flag was waved inside of inside the Capitol.
Oh, wow.
So
And they're about all them ritual things that they got going on in there.
Oh yeah, they are.
Wow.
They are.
So they also had the 6 o'clock curfew and stuff like that. I don't know if people have been following it, or if are they following it and stuff like
Well,
that.
the National Guard got
showed
brought
up
in.
with like full heavy militarized right here and started clearing everybody out because basically what happened was this affected Pence. He got stuck locked down with all the other senators. So now it's not just affecting the Dems or the liberals or the black people or the Spanish people or the Jews or the Muslims. Now it's affecting themselves. Like they fucking can't leave. So
Exactly.
now you're making everybody clear it out because I'm sick and tired of being here and I got to get this thing passed and signed.
Even the whole point of doing that is like it's just a like a show. They do it all for show. It wasn't going to change the outcome of anything. So for all these people to come forward and say that they're opposed to the count and all that kind, like it's all just a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Absolutely.
It really is.
It's not bullshit. It's to put doubt in our process and our system so that every year we can have protests, like violent protests.
Well, that's already there, that doubt with who's been there
And this
for
is
the past 4 years.
reinforcing it. And this is really making more and more people question and doubt it. I mean, the amount of people that are leaving this country is pretty high. Like, if I
That's
can get
understandable.
out, I
Yeah,
would
if
get out.
I get an opportunity, I bet you better believe
gone.
I'll take it.
Absolutely.
Anybody have a place for me outside of America?
I'm telling you.
Send me a
I
wine.
could go back to Canada. I mean, I'm still a citizen over there.
It's just
so-
cold.
It's cold, but at least they care about the people a little bit, a little more than here.
Yeah, that's more important. You can get warm.
Absolutely.
I can get
Absolutely.
Maybe more worth it to
You
be
get
treated
very safe
decent,
haven.
you know?
I 100% agree.
I mean, I didn't know anything about paying for healthcare until I got here. I was absolutely shocked. Like, oh, I gotta pay to go see the doctor. I never had to experience that.
And then how you have to wait 3 times as long in Canada to see the doctor?
Actually, no. I don't know what it is now. I've been here for about 20 years, but back in the 90s, I would call the doctor on Monday, and I could see my doctor by Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning.
That doesn't work here anymore.
It doesn't.
It
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
They're just getting back to you Monday afternoon. What you talking about? Shit. But it's how much of that? Well, that's what's happening down there. But there's gonna be more because they still have to do the inauguration. They still so we don't even know what's gonna happen when that shit comes.
When is that slated for?
The 21st.
21st. Okay.
21st. So that's gonna be some shit too. So,
Maybe
but
they'll end up doing it at the Amtrak station.
shit. But I'm telling you,
Might not be a bad idea.
But please, people of color, whatever you do, keep your asses home.
Yes.
Yes, no
Because
matter
they
where
want
you are.
y'all. They
These
want
cops are
us.
trigger
We-
happy.
They want us.
We got both Senate seats in Georgia.
Yes.
Right?
Thank
How
you,
about that?
Thank you.
Georgia.
So,
Bye-bye, Mitch Frogface.
Yes.
Bye,
bye.
Mitch. Yeah.
He does look like a dying
No,
frog,
Mitch is
doesn't
still,
he?
no, Mitch is still going to be there. He's still
No,
a
he's-
majority
No,
leader.
No, he's not.
Mitch McConnell.
He's not head of the Senate anymore.
He's
No,
not
he's
head
not.
anymore.
No, but he's still majority
Correct.
leader. That's
Correct.
not, so he is still.
Right.
But he can't. He doesn't have nearly as much power.
Right,
as
and we
he-
won't
Right.
have to see him as frequently, right? Like,
Well,
won't be
no, he
doing
still has.
speeches.
No, he's still in charge of the Republican Party. So he's still.
No, he's not. He doesn't have that control anymore.
I mean, in terms of who's in charge of them, in terms of laying out bills, votes, he is the prime person that represents that party.
So that means
So-
we're not getting that $2,000, huh?
No, that doesn't mean that.
No, that doesn't mean
Because
that.
now that we are in control of the House
Oh, it's
and
more
the
rough.
Senate,
Okay.
I mean the House and Senate,
And the president.
and we have the president. We're in charge of the House, the Senate, and any type of ties, Kamala breaks the tie.
Right, she gets
So-
the last vote.
So,
She
yeah.
gets left to push
Okay,
it over, because right
okay.
now it's even. It's 50-50 right now, but
Gotcha.
she gets the last vote, which of course will be
Right, so-
Democratic, so then the Democrats will be
Wait,
So,
okay.
running that too.
so even if every Republican says no, which is fine, we still have enough. We still have majority
Majority of-
to
okay,
get it.
okay.
Any motherfucking.
So things can
way.
actually maybe
We
get
need
done
it. We
a little
need
bit.
it.
So,
For
so
sure.
that would definitely be nice. You know,
would.
definitely. The $600 that I just got would definitely came in handy. Shoot.
What you
Yeah.
mean? You got
Bullshit. That's
I
so
Hey!
think I was first on the list.
Oh, you got yours?
I got mine like 2 days after.
I heard that. I got mine like 3-4 days.
So
after.
so it's gone.
All right, no, I mean that's okay, but however you got yours,
No.
I didn't get mine either. What happened? They forgot about me.
What? That's,
Hello.
I don't know what your situation is.
Right.
Maybe by
Right.
the time it gets to you, it'll be a higher amount. Because
That's what I was saying.
they were promoting it hard. The Democrats, the ones that were still running
Yes.
with Georgia, saying like,
For
as
the-
soon as we get the House, you're going to get that $2,000.
Exactly.
Like they were promising.
So
it.
I'm like, okay, what they gonna do? They're gonna give us the rest because I will like it. Thank you.
I'm just saying, man.
Just remember you owe taxes on it.
Shit.
Just remember you owe your taxes on it.
Right.
Eh,
I don't give a fuck about that.
exactly.
Fine.
I
You
want
can have
it now.
Matter
Exactly.
of fact,
Shit.
I'm not getting it. I'm
Oh.
not getting it. I'm not getting it.
Which one are we talking about? You're
Why?
not getting?
I'm not getting the 600. I never got any 600 because guess what? I never did taxes for about 3 years. I'm doing it January though.
Shit.
I think you still will get
the
it
next
though.
ones.
You end
You'll
up with,
get it though.
you end
I
up with
actually
600
don't
days
want
in the
because I'm
federal
gonna have to
penitentiary.
I mean, well, I understand that.
Yeah.
But, so if they send it to you, what you gonna do? Send it back?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's no way to send it back.
All right, so we're gonna stop talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, we have to talk about Dr. Dre. You know, Dr. Dre.
Oh.
Shout out to Dr. Dre.
Half and
Brain and
half.
brain aneurysm.
I'm glad he's better.
Yeah, that's a
But
blessing.
maybe he's glad he's better. You don't get better that quickly
Well,
when you have a brain.
I mean,
injury.
he's not dead.
They're expecting
he's
a
not
full recovery.
He's not dead.
like-
And he's out of the hospital now.
Right.
Listen, see, I have my own. I mean, I never wish it bad on anybody. I did wish
Absolutely.
him a speedy recovery because a brain and that's pretty serious.
Very serious.
But I also have my
That's what I said. I'm half and half. on him.
biased feelings about certain things.
Absolutely.
He
Like
has
what
a
you just
past.
said.
He has a past that I'm not
Oh,
too.
very big pass.
That I'm not
Fond
too.
of.
I don't know him personally, so I can't
Absolutely.
really, speak personally. But him and his former love interest years ago, Michelle A. He
Why are you
was not.
speaking so gingerly? Why don't you say what the fuck the shit
I
is?
guess she
Dr.
ginger.
Dre
He used to bust her ass.
There you go.
He used to bust her ass
There you
bad,
go.
like really
He
bad.
had a history of beating women
Yes.
that he dated during his NWA days.
Yes.
And of course, one of the biggest people that he was involved with was Michelle A.
Yes.
And you know, if you heard her story, and from him smacking her and showing the things in the movie and shooting at her and all this other shit, you know, and Dee Barnes.
Yes.
Dee Barnes,
Yes,
if
Dee
you're
Barnes,
not
yeah.
the journalist, he pushed her down the motherfucking stairs.
Oh shit.
So I mean, he
I mean, black people tends to act that way when they have a upper level, when they think they're
White
bigger or better. No, black people.
White
When they
people act-
feel
I know a lot of white people that act like that.
okay, well, I can't speak on white people. I can only speak on black. I'm black. Black people seem to think they are better than their spouse or whoever, people around them who work for them or something like that. They tend to have a lot of domestic violence against people because they feel like they're better than everybody else that around them because they are the star. And I love
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Dre. Don't get me wrong, I love him.
Talented.
But learning a lot about him and the things that he have done with his grown children coming out saying that they have no relationship with him for over all these years that he was with his
one of his
wife.
daughter. Said
Right,
that
and she's
recently.
like 30-something years old. I don't know about the other kids, but she was the only one that I seen that spoke out about it. I'm confused on how you let another woman stop you from seeing your kids. I'm confused on how he didn't have to pay.
How about not even
Wait.
let
But
another
how
woman-
he didn't get to pay child support for all these years when they are dogging our men who don't even have a job to pay child support, and
you
this
think-
man got millions of
But
dollars.
if he
think
wasn't
fear
made,
has
if he-
anything to do with it?
But if he wasn't made to pay any, then or who's to say he's not breaking them off? That's
Well,
nothing to do with
she's
it.
saying she didn't get anything for all these
Well,
years.
she-
So
well,
I-
Did
No.
she get any in the settlement, or did she not
No.
get anything?
What
She
she
didn't
said
get
is she didn't
any
have a
support.
relationship with them. She didn't have a relationship.
no, she said
with
she
them.
don't have. She had
Right.
got any
No relationship,
no
no
money
money.
from him, no nothing from him, and she's 30
they his-
something
were
with
they his
children.
kids?
But he didn't say she wanted money.
You never know.
Right.
You never know.
So that might also
No,
be part of the
that's the
reasoning.
same. Like he didn't ever deny that wasn't his daughter.
Right,
He never said
right.
that. That's
So then
obviously
that's
his
on
daughter.
him. Because
No,
if
that's
she
what I'm
wanted
s-
child support, then she can go and
She
file
could
for
get
child
it,
support.
But that's
and-
what I'm saying. So you
she
telling me
would
she
get it.
didn't
She never
file
had it.
for all of these years?
Do you have a child? Are you?
I have 3 grown children.
Okay.
Okay.
So all y'all, once again, got kids.
Yes.
So everyone, and I'm sure everyone is single in some capacity.
Yes.
So I'm sure everyone's situation is different as it relates to how your relationship is with your child.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to ask who in here speaks to their child, don't speak to their child, whatnot. But it's something that's custom made primarily for them, even though it might not be the best relationship. But I mean, it's. What are some reasons why you don't deal with?
They might have had some kind of agreement that we don't know about. I mean,
Or I just didn't want to fuck with you because
Maybe that too.
maybe your the child's mother
So why she's
kept you
coming
away
out
from me.
now?
We-
Why she's coming out? If we have an
Good.
agreement,
Yes.
there's no
I
way
agree.
that she
I
should
agree.
be coming out saying
If there
these
was.
things.
And
If
there's a lot of people that do that, though. There's a lot of people that feel a certain way when they get separated. And then they don't want anything to do with the person. They just want to
Right.
cut it off. They don't want a long,
Right.
drawn-out divorce.
Right.
You know, I don't think it's healthy for me to see
Yeah,
the kids
right.
anyway.
Okay,
I got
so
other jobs.
so
or
fuck
maybe-
the kids. Is
Oh,
what you're saying.
no. What I'm saying,
It's
maybe
like-
maybe they don't have a relationship. Dre and their mother. So maybe she was like, "Well, fuck you.
She
Well,
kept
fuck
'em.
you." That works for
but that has
me.
nothing to do with the kids, though.
Right.
They're separate entities.
That's what I'm saying.
But sometimes it
And-
does. Sometimes it's a
Okay,
package
and it
deal.
could
If I'm
be-
not gonna fuck with you, then I'm not gonna fuck with them.
But
That's
to
not
my
healthy.
understanding,
that
what
can-
the fuck do I know?
That can be for the younger kids. But when they start getting 18, 19, 20, you can go find your father. Are you crazy?
That's their choice.
They could, but by choice.
Right.
They
By
chose not
choice.
to.
So, but now you want to come out at 30-something years old talking about I have a relationship with my father?
But that's
You
again,
should have made that relationship
that-
when you turn 18, 19, 20, and
they're
21.
They're making that choice for whatever's going on in their life, and they want that public exposure. They want that.
Now.
So they want the public exposure.
Okay.
They want-
That's
It
what
could be
is.
that.
Yeah.
It could be that, or
Or
something.
they didn't make it and they're dead broke and they want to try to get money from
Okay,
daddy.
so now we're broken. We're trying to get a little bit. We want to come up.
There's
now.
another
And it
rela-
could also be they regret it.
Right, same thing. Lauren Hill, she has an off relationship with her daughter, but it's the same thing. But I don't know what their involvement is.
Right.
But it's the same
Yeah.
time. It could be some kids just want to do it on their
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
Some
Okay,
people
I
just
can
like,
get
you know,
that.
I'd rather not
I
fuck with
can-
you because it's too
yeah.
much of a headache.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
For me, somebody that they've never had a relationship with their children, and then they're like 15, 20 years go by, that a lot of times that's because the two adults in the relationship
Is-
couldn't work their shit out and not treat the children like they were a piece of luggage, or like that they had ownership over them and use them as a pawn, and you can't see them if you don't do this,
Right.
and I'm not going to do this if you don't do that.
But
It's a
to me,
control
that
type of
is
thing. It's really fucked up.
So exactly, it's
It's
so
fucked
It's
dumb
also
because
bitterness.
you know why?
Absolutely.
Who's hurting? Who's losing
It's
out?
the kids.
It's the kids,
That's-
It's the
not
kids.
you
That's our
because you had
society.
sex with this man and
Right.
had kids with him.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the sad part
That's
about
society.
it. That's the sad
It
part.
doesn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic.
And
That's kind of
absolutely,
what happens.
That's right.
absolutely.
But at the same time,
It's
I
sad.
also have to put kind of some of the blame on mom, because we have the choice of who we choose to lay with, and a lot of times
I
we
agree.
choose the wrong people. I'm going to speak from experience because I am no longer with my children's father. I carefully chose him. I grew up in an abusive background. I didn't have a father. I didn't have a mother either because I grew up in foster care. But I made sure that whoever I chose, I studied how they lived, what type of family background, who they grew up with.
Wow.
It was important to me because I did not want my kids, number one, to have two separate fathers. I did not want my children to have to wonder or think my father doesn't care about me because he doesn't come around, or he's
Question.
he's off with the next
Question.
baby moms with the child.
When did you have your first child?
I had
Before you answer that question, because we're getting ready to take a break.
Okay,
And
take a break.
And I have to take my teeth out because I don't want because I don't want the liquor to fuck with my shit.
Mess up his
He don't want that gonna make his teeth fall out.
We're gonna try to come back to this. I know when we come back, we definitely have to do a little bit of our trippy news. When we come back, we're gonna actually be talking about 10 healthy vagina facts every woman should know.
Okay.
And of
One
course,
is really
What's
important to me.
today?
I need to
You
know
know?
that.
Jen, what's today?
What's today?
What's today?
What's today?
What is
Cuddle day?
Cuddle day?
Cuddle Wednesday.
Ooh, cuddle.
Me
Listen.
neither. No cuddling over here.
I'm gonna cuddle me.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
I will definitely cuddle you.
I would
Yes.
love that.
Have
Oh yes,
mercy.
we can all cuddle.
That's crazy because I was
We had a
watching
group- we had a
that.
group cuddle.
Oh, I would love it.
Oh,
Group
have
cuddle.
mercy.
We're
Yeah.
having a group cuddle.
Oh, okay.
Sounds
All right.
good. Sounds good to me.
Trip Over Radio show no turning me of cuddling masturbation. Your boy Will BK, Jenner G, Hardy Brooklyn, Earth, Red Scarlet. We'll be back in a minute, everybody.
Yeah.